Hello, welcome to a new vlog. It is Saturday, June the 14th. So today is the No Kings protest and the military parade. I've already had some big feelings about that today. I'm the child of an army officer, and my dad served and was deployed after 9/11 when I was pretty young, and I have some deep-rooted feelings about that. Still do. Even when I was a kid, it was super upsetting and scary, as that kind of thing is. So, having some feelings. I might watch a feed from the Associated Press for a little bit, and then I gotta go pick up some honey from a local business that I purchased, and I'm very excited about getting. So, I think I'm gonna do that first, and then I'll show you some other updates in terms of what all I've been working on while I've been gone. Honey obtained. And it's locally sourced. We love that. Also, I loved the name of the company. How could I not? I caught Cat doing stuff. What you working on?
Embeds for our next collection.
Ooh. Can I turn the light off for a second? I want to see if they glow.
Give me a second. Let me get this one cut.
So we draw the length of the loaf here on the freezer paper, so we know what size to cut things to. There we go. And that's the usual soap dough recipe that we got from Danny. Okay, I'm gonna flip the light off for just a second.
Hold on. Oh. I got one more cut I need to make.
Okay. Chippy chop. Alright, does it glow? Oh, it's not dark enough.
Well, maybe close that.
Here,
and
I'll
turn
just
the other light.
steal a piece of this and we'll go see if this glows. It's supposed to glow. Oh, you can't see it. It's glowing though, I promise. We're gonna need to do more with glow soap dough because we have a lot.
We'll see how many of these I do. Right now, I'm like, let me do a whole block of these, a whole last block, and then see if I need more from there.
That's fair.
Like, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I can get another 6 out of this.
Easy, right?
Yeah. So that puts me at 21.
Nice.
And then I can probably get another 6 out of this.
How many are you gonna fit in this one soap? All of them.
All of them.
Okay. Well, that's good. Alright. Now, here's the rest of what we've been up to. So, that is all of the June collection. I have all of its packaging ready to go. I will probably be trying to get that packaged up tonight because we're running low on tray space. Kat has been really, really busy, desperately trying to get us all stocked up again on all of our Pride soaps. So that's all together now. There's 60 bars. We have 60 bars of This Is Me, and then we have 30 bars of Ladies and Gentle Them, and then back there is Pandemonium, and then 30 more bars of Rather Eat Cake and Big Buy Energy. Because, like I said in the last vlog, we are really low on a lot of soaps. And when we're making volumes this high, we need the space to let them cure. And this thing might be my new best friend. This dehumidifier, magical. I really, really love it. It cuts down our cure time by kind of a lot. But we do have a bunch more that we need to make of not only Pride bars, but also of Dorothy bars too. Because we're look at all these space. Every single one of these spaces are soaps that we need to redo. It's bonkers. We're largely pretty okay with most of the permanent lineup soaps, except for Like My Soul, which we only have one left. And then these are all previous collections down here that need to go. And then some really old ones down there. Oh, and we have also nearly cleared out the bin of random sample packs, so pretty soon I think I'm going to take those off of being free, where you just pay for shipping, because we're running out. And then these are all the boxes that I have prepped for all of the Pride soaps and everything that needs to be made. I ran out of boxes though, so I did have to place an order for another 1,000 of these. And I have a couple new clay extruder discs that I worked on. These are my first ones for the Super Duper clay gun, and I have to make them a little bit thicker than the ones that I've made in the past. This is the thicker ones. Finally, Steve is behaving. I have another 2 discs I need to print with smaller versions of these so that I can have more flowers. Hi, babes. Once again, I am bad at vlogging. This is not for lack of having things to do. I've absolutely had a lot to do. It is launch week. I've been very, very busy, but the world has been overwhelming, and the idea of picking up the camera, even though I have had lots of opportunities, upsets me. Such is the world at the moment, though. Not that any of you need to be told. But let's try and push through it, and we're gonna vlog anyway, even though maybe we're not super feeling it. So, I finished up an early shift today. I got off work at 3 instead of at 6, like usual. Pretty big possibility July 8th might be the day that we're getting our layoff date. Really hopeful. Fingers crossed. We're all gonna have a big potluck that day to celebrate. But let's look at today's schedule. Okay. Here we are. So I have some things I need to cross off, but we have done the early shift for today. I just finished making dinner. Everybody has been fed. We had burgers and corn on the cob, and the kids had some extra veggies because they don't like veggies on their burger, so they had veggies on the side. I need to do some video editing, including some voiceovers. I did make some energy balls already. Those are down in the fridge. Shut up, cat. And I'm vlogging, which was part of the plan. I also need to plane some of the soaps and get those put into their boxes and over on the shelf. The only thing that I have left to do that for is Ladies and Gentlemen and Pandemonium. And then everything that Kat has made in the last 3-4 weeks will be on the shelf, restocked, ready to go. We were also supposed to have an event this last Sunday, but it got postponed. And so now we have an event this Saturday and the following Sunday. And this launch on Friday, so it's going to be a very, very hectic, busy weekend. And I'm also doing family dinner with my family on Saturday? Yes, Saturday. So, I'm a busy bitch. But what you might have noticed also is here on Wednesday, that's my day off from work, and I'm actually pretty ahead of the game with social media posts and with full normal channel videos, and I think I deserve an actual day off. I think I'm just gonna chill. Hi. So the battery on the camera died, so I went to go charge it, and I finished up a bunch of the work that I still had on the list. So all of the Pride soaps that were on the drying rack are now all packed up and on the shelf. So you might remember from the last vlog how empty things were looking. Let me show you the update. And here's how we're looking. Much more full here, especially over in this section, because Kat made a lot of Pride and a lot of All Together Now. So All Together Now is actually going all the way back over there, and Pride is behind Rather Eat Cake too, because there's just a lot of bars, which is good. We need a lot. Kat still needs to make U-Haulin', and I think a couple other things. There's a whole bunch of This Is Me. That's in a double stack. There's a lot of soaps. We're almost done getting through all the soaps that are in the brown boxes. Oh my gosh. Wow. And now everything in the drying trays is emptied out, except for, da-da-da-da, that's the July collection. And the July collection, honestly, I could pack up as soon as the new boxes get here. I did get a message from our manufacturer today that the boxes are in QA right now. So they're just going to be checked and then they're going to be shipped out. It usually takes about a week or so after they ship for us to get them. They come via UPS. Normally they come from Pakistan, which was kind of surprising. The last time they didn't though, so I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know where they're coming from. But they'll hopefully be here soon. I made candles. So we've got little candles and big candles. The big ones are 8 ounces and the little ones are 4 ounces. Most of the rest of the little ones are still in a box. I haven't put them away yet. I probably should, but there they are. We only have 2 cents right now. I want to start off kind of simple. This is all I have left of our small size boxes, so enough for Not in Kansas anymore, U-Haulin', and then some of Over the Rainbow. I don't know if I showed this already. If I did, then I'll cut it out, but if I didn't, here it is. So that's how that's looking. And we still have a fair number of soaps from previous collections that are here that I think I might need to put on discount soon. Some down here as well. There's the whip soaps and the sugar scrubs, which I'm probably going to need to take off of the site here soon as the weather starts to really heat up. But I need all of these older soaps to go. So maybe I'll put those on clearance soon, because they need to make space for everything else. So I already have this Friday's video done. It's been done for a little bit. I have next week's video also largely done. I just need to finish the captions, and that'll be the first video for the July collection. I've gotten started on the footage for the week after that. I'm looking really good for all of my social media posts. I think I'm finally finding a stride that works for me in terms of the content that I post, so that I can post more regularly, which is kind of the goal. Post regularly. So I think tomorrow I deserve a day off. And I'm not going to do anything business related. Not a damn thing. And I would like to note that that's difficult for me, so I am going to struggle. I have to decide what I'm going to do tomorrow instead. I think maybe I might do some drawing studies. I might watch a movie. Maybe go have lunch with my spouse. That might be fun. I don't know. Maybe I'll cook something. I haven't decided. I think I'm just going to hang out. It's going to be a good time. But tonight, I have about an hour left in working time. I've been trying to make sure that I stop working on anything business at 9. It's really important that I take the evening and not just work myself to death all the time. That's the current plan. And thank you to my bestie Robin for insisting that I do that. It was a good idea, and I'm trying to work on that. And I am feeling like I'm doing a pretty good job right now. I do, and like it's hard. I don't normally say that, and I'm happy with how I'm doing. I'm doing good with business prep. I'm doing good with personal life stuff. I'm managing work as much as it's weird right now. But yeah, I'm feeling good. That's good. I like that. So, yay. Does this count as doing something? That's about on track, yeah.
So tonight I'll do U-Haulin', Not in Kansas, and Over the Rainbow.
Alright. So we are down in Folsom at Swoon Studio. I'm going to turn the ISO down a little bit. There we go, that's better. So we're down at Swoon Studio in Folsom. We're doing an event with Sack Vendor Connect, which has been really fun to work with. Look, we have new tablecloths. Do you like our new tablecloths? How nice are those, right? Looking pretty good. So this is part of historic downtown Folsom, so we're expecting this to be pretty good foot traffic today. We'll see how things go. It's not too far from where we live, so if we need to go grab more product, that should be pretty easy to do. The event starts in a little less than 2 hours, and we are set up and ready to go. This is going to be a really busy weekend because we just had launch yesterday. We've got this event today, and then we've got another event tomorrow. We're wrapping out June with lots of sales, hopefully. We had about 13 yesterday for launch day, which is not as good as last month, but that's kind of to be expected. So I'm ready to go. Okay, I am, thanks, butthole. I'm really liking the new tablecloth. I feel like it really brings the whole thing together. Very excited. Hi. So it's been about 3 weeks since I last filmed, sadly. I keep doing this to myself where I promise that I'm going to vlog more often, and then life happens, and it's just a thing. So, quick update. They did, in fact, have the big meeting. Did we learn anything? No. We don't have a date, other than probably by the end of the year. They're trying to make it sound on paper like it's maybe not as specific as they're trying to make it sound out loud, which is always my favorite corporate thing to do. Love when they do that. So they flew 3, count them 3, executives out to my location in order to read like a page of legalese at us that did not give us a layoff date and just let us know we're pulling out by the end of the year. Don't know when. Please, please, please take the relocation package. Here is more about the relocation package. Will you please take the relocation package? No. No. No, I will not. So apparently Raven got to be that bitch, and I was standing in the front of everybody right in front of these executives while they're reading this. And I gave them what for, as politely and corporate as I was able to. But like, hey, this is ridiculous. Like, you guys have put our entire lives on hold. Nobody knows what's going on with our careers. Nobody knows what's going on with anything. You flew all the way out here, gave us all of this anxiety, and you don't even have a date? Ridiculous. Ridiculous. So, still don't know when I'm being laid off from corporate job. Sometime between mid-August and the end of the year. Who knows? I certainly don't. And they were pretty clear that they also don't have a date. At least the people that I talked to were like my boss's boss and people at that level and a little bit above. So that's fun. I love when people don't know things and waste my time. So who knows when I'm actually going to be laid off. But I've also spent the last 2 weeks training another new hire class, and being on that schedule really threw me off because I was working from 6:30 in the morning until 3. And if I was in the office that week, that meant I was having to wake up at like 4:30, and I am not an early riser like that. And it's difficult for me not to stay up late. I am kind of a night person. So this is Sunday after that has finished. So I have been back to a semi-normal schedule for 2 days. I'm tired. So I wanted to still come on and be able to round out this vlog with something mildly interesting. So we're going to make a little bit of soap, and I would like to turn the footage that I get down here on this camera into a reel. So up here, you're going to get more of a vlog style, and down below, you're going to get more of a reel. And you'll get to see the behind the scenes while I yap at you. So let's glove up and let's do this. Cool. So you might remember this from a couple vlogs back. I don't remember how long ago it was, but this was some Pride that I made that fell apart, and I didn't want to waste it. So it's just been sitting here rolled in gold mica, and I have finally decided what I want to do with it, which is I want to make an entire loaf and use that as embeds. And I went back and forth for a little while trying to decide between, well, black base is the obvious choice for us, so that's normally what we would pick, so probably shouldn't do that. And Kat made a good point that we've done a lot of black and rainbow soaps recently, and that's maybe a bit much. Kat suggested that I do just plain marshmallow for the base, And I just wasn't feeling that either. That just seemed way too basic. And then it hit me. A really lovely purple. That would be perfect. Lavender. So this base is mostly I Dream of Purple with the barest hint of Grape Ape to change the tone just a little bit, and then just a touch of Marshmallow to soften it. So I think that's going to be lovely. I've already done all my calculations off camera to compensate for the volume of soap I have here in the embeds. This is like 25 ounces of embeds. So we're going to go ahead and do this. I've already measured out my base oils and my lye water and my fragrance and my kaolin clay and all that fun stuff. I'm realizing I cannot see the screen. If I'm going to be making this into a reel, I need to see it. So let me move part of what I've got going on here. Now I should be able to see, kind of, hopefully. Is that maybe not bright enough? Okay. There we go. All right, so just for the sake of the reel, we have our extra. All these extra embeds. I got to figure out what I'm doing with. And then we have our base. And let's give it a blend. So, I don't know, it's just been really frustrating at the corporate job for a while now, and it doesn't seem like that's going to be getting any better anytime soon. And boy, that is really just a bummer to the mood. And I've just been kind of nose to the grindstone trying to get stuff done, not really having the wherewithal for filming. I'm sorry. I'm sure you understand. Okay, so here's the trick. I try to line this up. And when you see me drop the mold, I'm literally cutting it to drop. Perfect. There we go. Is that? No, that wasn't quite it. So I'll lift it up like that. Boom. Okay. So let's pour a little bit to start us off with. Okay. Man, did I measure that perfect or what? I definitely want this to remain a little bit liquidy because there's going to be a lot of air pockets that can form with all of those embeds. I really want to avoid air pockets. Okay. All right, I'm going to let that set up a little bit, and I would like to texture the top. So, BRB. Nope. Nope. Oh, finally. Okay. Now we got a little bit of texture on the top. I'm going to do a bit of a mica drizzle on here. And this is sweet almond oil plus a little bit of purple stardust and with Spellbound, I think. Yeah. Ooh, look at that. Nice. All right, so we're going to let that set up. And I'll use this shot in the reel, finish it out. I'm going to turn the ISO down just a little bit. There we go. Ooh. It is so hard trying to keep my hands steady for this. Let me tell you, I struggle every single time. Ah! Let's get this shot from the side again. Ooh, so pretty. So I think that will be it for this week's vlog. I want to make sure that this vlog comes out the Sunday of launch week. So that way it's like a continuation of content, you know, because that's what I do. I make soap and I make content. That's my job. Well, it's not my job. It's what I do, but it's not my job. Someday. So I think we're going to go ahead and call it here. This is your hydration reminder. Please make sure you go and hydrate, my friends, and we'll see you for the next one. Bye. Happy launch week. Make sure you go and check out A Curse Upon the Government collection. Awesome. See you later.